so I got both of these tacked up. So if I did it right, they should be really close. You can see that they're extremely close. So I'm just going to climb up underneath the car. They should be a perfect fit. And then I'll go ahead and weld it up, get it blended up, etc., and then we'll weld it in the car. Now I'm just going to blend everything. All right, so I got it ready to tack in. So again, I want to follow the line of the string. My angle is right. See how close we are. I just want to get it close to the side of the frame, going back to where I'm just right there with the string, and we'll just tack it in place really quick. And then we'll get back here, move it in just a little bit. In Houston, we should be able to set it into place and see how close we are. All right, let's drop it in and just see how close I am. Man, if that's not perfection, I don't know what is. See, now it's going to be, now I'm going to find some way just to hold the top right now so I can build me a mount. But that is just absolutely perfect. Might go this way a little bit. We should have room for the radiator cap. But that is really, really good. All right, so I got the radiator in the angle that I want. I went ahead and lengthened up the zip tie just so I could keep it at the angle so I could think in the next spot. You know, yesterday when I was doing the video, I talked about, you know, I need to do a front bracket, right? So I talked about coming off with a frame horn, coming up with a loop, etc. That looked kind of cool, right? But it was really, sometimes you really got to think about it overnight. So I didn't want to rush into something. And I think it's going to be better if I just take a piece of 1x1. I don't have the length right. I just put a piece of 1x1 like that. Use these 2 bolts, and then I can come off with a 1x1 with my bracket, right? And it's not going to interfere in anything. I was afraid too that if I come off with the frame horns, I don't want nothing to get in the way of the radiator hose, etc. And this would look really clean. So that's what I'm going to do. Normally I don't get this critical when I'm just trying to do a bolt hole location, but this is pretty tight and I don't want to have to oversize my holes just to make it fit. So the tube is 37 exactly. Center to center of the bolts is 36 3/8, so it gives me 5/8 of an inch between the two. 5/8 divided by 2 is 5/16. So I'm going to go 300, which is 312 thousandths, right? And that's going to be where I'm going to be at from the end. So all I'm going to do is just scribe me a line, both sides, right? Okay, now that's 1 inch tubing. 1 inch tubing, so that's going to be a 1/2 inch. So I'll just go 1/2, boop, 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 and that's going to be my center point, right? Okay, and that'll be my center point. Okay, then I'll use me a center punch just to find the dead center. Right. This side kind of was weak. And then I'll use a center drill so it won't walk at all. And then I'm going to open it up with the hole saw. And then I'll just do a 5/16 hole in the bottom. All right, I got this side bolted up. This side's going to be a little snug, which I want it good and tight, right? So in the gist, that's what we're going to end up with, right? Okay. So now, you can see, so now that's where the bar is going to be. I'm going to come down here and just build me the same kind of bracket that I did on the bottom. All right, so I got it tacked up. It's going to go just like this, right? Just like the one on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and cap the top off and get it all blended, because that's going to be very visual, very visible. I'll find the center, and then I'm just going to come off of here with a bracket, probably 3/4 by 3/4 again, just because it matches, get the angle, weld it up. And then all I have to do to take the radiator out, really, is just pop these 2 bolts out. This will lift straight up, and then all I have to do is then the radiator will come out. So I could, in all reality, I could have the radiator out in maybe 2 minutes. But anyway, one step closer. All right, so it's 95% done. I've got everything tacked up. I got that center bar bolted in where I want it. So you can see that's going to be really clean. So right now I'm going to go ahead and cap the tops off right here and get everything all blended, because that'll be highly visual. The hood is going to open, or at least it should. Everything fits really good. So Alex's Custom Garage, built not bought, baby. Should turned out really good. I'm very happy. All right, so I got it blended. Now I'm going to, we're going to go ahead and wipe her down, prime it, paint it, install it. It's going to look good. So regardless of what you're getting ready to paint, you always want to make sure you have a good clean surface. So I use, it's called Super Clean. Cleans, degreases, all of that. So you just wipe it down really good, and it dries quick and easy, right? So you want to do that before you hang it and paint it. So even though I'm going to use spray primer, you know, the whole key, a lot of things that people don't get into is they just primer it and they just do it just by what it looks like. Nah, you want to do it by coats, right? You want to make sure that you get plenty of coats on there, right? So that's what I mean is you want to be probably 3 to 4 mils thick. So that means you're going to need 3 to 4 coats. It's about 1 mil a coat, right? So people will do this and say, oh, it's good enough. No, even though it's, again, primer, you can still make it look good, okay? And the thicker, the better. 3 to 5 mils is optimum. So 95% of America will just do this and they'll say, hey, it's good. No, that's really not good, right? So 3 to 4 coats. Let it tack 15 to 20 minutes, 25. Throw another one on there. All right, so I'm all done. This turned out really good for an upper radiator mount. It's really quick and easy. Hopefully I don't have to replace the radiator anytime soon or work on it, but if I do, it's just a matter of 2 bolts and unhook the bottom hose and the top hose, and it's good. The bottom brackets turned out really good, and so we are good to go. The whole purpose of this is Alex's Custom Garage, built not bought. I have the only YouTube channel out there where I do everything myself. I don't farm anything out. So everything is done by me. Here's some really good fabrication, and stay tuned. I'm getting ready to do some really cool cowl modifications on the Bronco.